No, this video was not scheduled a week ago. No, I didn't delay the upload or anything. I have not played Ventures yet. I'm level 1. I asked my viewers for level 1 players to hop in. Kine at 32 decided that was close enough. But regardless, we're going to be queuing a power level 15 resupply. The reason is the directive quest line. So if you go to the quest log, go to Ventures, directive, welcome to Venture. I'll switch my screen so we can see. The very first mission is to complete a Scurvy Shoals mission. However, the next one will be an Atlas mission. And then the next one will be, I think, Ride the Lightning or Retrieve the Data. Either way, my rewards video, link down below, shows you all of that. It discusses it thoroughly. My rewards video is more than a rewards video this season. I recorded a super long 17-minute video talking about great loadouts, great tips and tricks, how you should start Ventures, and what you should do to maximize your experience. And one of those tips is starting in a resupply, because you're going to start with an empty inventory anyway, so a good farming loadout is recommended. Now, normally, I would link my farming build, but holy crap, you guys. Fossil Southie is bugged to be basically useless right now. Fuel for the Fallen, let me just show these characters so that everybody's on the same page. Normally, Fossil Southie is excellent. One of the best farming heroes in the game because he gives you my goodness, tons of energy for your anti-material charge. He does not, however, make you speak more clearly. The other hero that we would also fall back on is Fallen Love Rager Jonesy. And if I could find him in a second, he basically gives you energy per second. And that is usually great. He's been doing that for a long time. I am blind, you guys. All right, so he usually gives you 6 energy per second in support for 3 seconds on an elimination. That's been a bug for a long time, because if you read this clearly, what I just described is his commander perk. And they fixed him. They fixed him so he does 2 energy per second, which is a real nerf. That matters a lot. That obliterates my favorite, like, Blackout Boom build with Flash AC in the lead. That is not a good build anymore. I should get a new uploaded video on a change to that. Do I actually, I don't have that build, apparently. Yeah, this build right here, by the way. Pair that with the Dirge Song. You're welcome. But that'll be a future video. And they changed him. So our top 2 energy generation heroes are gone. And on top of that, Long Arm of the Law, which is meant to extend your anti-material charge for farming, is apparently bugged. One of the big bug hunters in our community, AS407, he collects a tons of bugs and just keeps track of everything. Apparently, this does extend your punch, but it bounces off of objects a lot, and it's a lot less reliable than it should be. So, if you watched my best farming loadout from a long time ago, I think I mentioned 1-2 punch, and it's just like my third favorite pick for farming with anti-material charge, and that's where your next heavy attack, the anti-material charge, will cost less energy based on everybody in support. So it'll be a free anti-material charge after you phase shift, for example, which is kind of cool. It's a little clunky. I don't really like doing it, but it's interesting. And that comes from, I believe, if you guys wanted to go and get him, Mythic Ken, I think. Of all people, yes, Swordmaster Ken gives you 1-2 punch. I have no idea how he relates to this perk, but that's where it comes from. So Clip is obviously fantastic. She is the best hero in the game for getting materials. She gives you double materials. You'll get twice as many mechanical parts, batteries, nuts and bolts, planks, all of that. So she is an excellent hero to start your journey on. And the recycling bug that previously plagued this game is now fixed. So when you recycle traps and weapons that you loot, you'll get everything you should have been getting before. And that comes from glowing animals, encampments, all that stuff. It's really, really good. So the build that I'm working with here is just this is like a cobbled together early game farming build based on what's not broken right now. So Archaeologist will reduce the energy used, which is great because we only have 100. Fuel for the Fallen, even bugged, is still energy. I'll just try them out. Phase and Confuse is just so I can activate 1-2 punch and phase shift more often because I'll be using that to farm. Go on Coconuts because it's great. I know you are only limited to 8 coconuts, but it is an amazing perk all the same. In fact, one of my top Ventures loadouts is this one, Cloak Shadow. Like literally, he's super fun. Blakebeard Stash is as good as it was before. Battle Beaten Luna is an amazing combo. It is still good. I have not tried it with the Bouncy Husks modifier, so maybe knocking enemies away from you is bad, but I don't know. It worked last season really well. And then Pathfinder Jess, just to increase your pickaxe damage. Now, earlier, I did say my third favorite anti-material charge build because Pathfinder Jess here is actually really good in the lead. She won't give you all the resources Clip will. That's why I'm insisting on using Clip. But if you don't have Clip, that extra pickaxe damage is amazing, and it'll break stuff really quickly and get you all that you need. Clip is mostly a luxury. She just gives us more for our effort, which is great. Everybody wants that. But like, who doesn't want to raise at work, for example? However, you don't actually need clip. Like I said, if you're killing glowing animals, recycling their loot, doing storm chests, doing target practice, if you're looting casually, especially getting coconuts, you'll get everything you need materials wise, and that's like the best advice I can give. Honestly, if you follow the advice of recycling weapons from glowing animals, you probably never actually need to farm. So almost every venture season, I record a video of me farming, talking with you guys, and I don't even need to do this anymore. Typically, you just farm once, get yourself moving, get yourself some weapons to play with, and then you're pretty much good from there. All right, so we're in game, and honestly, it's the same thing every season. Just farm as much as you can, and anti-material charge just... Oh, wow, purple right away. Purple right away? Are you kidding me? Out of the gate, I get a purple siege breaker? Okay, gotta kill the glowing boar. Oh, wow, 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 wow. This is power level 15, right? Okay, so that's kind of one of the things that I should mention is that power level 15 should be doable. Now, I know that we... Are you kidding me? 2 siege breakers? This is the start to my season? Just immediately upgrading? I mean, these won't carry me forever or anything dramatic, but like, are you... For real? All right. And if I need anything later on, I can recycle either of these for copper, mechanical parts. All of these can be used for vending machine items. And 15 is usually attainable even if everybody's level 1. So yes, I'm aware, by the way, anti-material charge breaking from a distance, super useful. This has been in the game for years, not even a bug to my knowledge. Am I at 21 out of 25 already? So power level 15 should be attainable at all power levels. That's where we always start just because it's the most Ventures XP out of the gate. And this is where in past seasons I've actually ran like teddy builds, like farming teddy build hybrids. Okay, 2 drones was obviously overkill there because taking down encampments is super useful. That was free copper ore. You can see in the bottom left, well, it's hidden by everything, but I got 4 copper ore from that. And encampments are very strong. They're very worth doing. If you just throw it on a drone or a teddy, you'll usually take care of it. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. And if I just search for some coconuts, see, I'm already at 8, which is super lucky. And grabbing these fragments is really good as well because that'll give me extra teddies. So if I phase shift for energy, you can see in the bottom left, it takes nothing when I punch next. The reason I don't use this is because of what you just saw. Dashing around like that is kind of annoying. And I guess Archaeologist is wasted so long as I'm using 1-2 punch. Like I said, this is a cobbled together build and it's not that serious. But another way to get more energy would be these guys over here. So if I walk over here, do this right there, throw the teddy down, that should be eliminating enemies and giving me more energy. So obviously, if the punch is free, Arcgest is doing nothing. But if I wanted to just be lazy and punch normally, then Archaeologist comes into play, and it's obviously, you know, more expensive. But if I phase shift and punch, it's completely free. Oh, okay. Then I gotta get this fragment that'll reduce the energy, and then again, I'm phase shifting away from where I want to be, and then I'm coming back. Go ahead over here, drop a little zappy down. Now, I like doing encampments. Again, this would be Bright Core. I don't really need Bright Core right now. I did the one earlier because it was easy enough, but what you should be really looking for are the materials or sunbeam. Well, it would be ore. No, it wouldn't. It would be crystal. So crystal scales with the mission you're in. At this zone, I think it would just be quartz, but quartz is super useful for sunbeam weapons later on. That'll be good for, I think, buying from the vending machines. I don't remember exactly what costs what, but certain traps use quartz as well, and it's just good to get one of everything. I love this. 1-2 punch is kind of convenient. I never got into it, like I said, several times, but definitely works. And you can see I have barely done anything, and I've got hundreds of builds, lots of stuff stacking up, and this is a tropical zone, so getting metal in general this season is going to be pretty tough. A supply crate is something I get recommended a lot, and I routinely just forget to use it. Like I said, my killing glowing animals and doing encampments method in this game is more than sufficient to just get everything I need, so I never worry about it too hard. But wow, okay, so I routinely get tonsil stones, and now I don't have. Okay, so that's taken care of. Sorry if that was gross, but don't Google it if you don't know what it is. You're good. So throwing this down will generate me energy, and it'll do a metal encampment. Metal encampments are some of my favorite in the entire game because you get tons of metal, mechanical parts. So that's 72 metal. In the end game, it's like 300. So I'm getting mechanical parts. I even got a simple part there on top of rusty, which is awesome. And getting the different the The nuts and bolts is great as well. And somebody asked me if I mean copper, and I don't. I actually mean ore, because those encampments that give you ore will give you, okay, end game it's bright core. I sleep in the end game. I forget with ventures, obviously, or restarting. But as you scale through, you got copper, silver, malachite, obsidian, and bright core that can come from those, and it's super useful. As I mentioned, target practice are super useful, and you gotta absolutely do those, especially if you can show off your aim. Oh, by missing twice! Oh my god! Embarrassed live on camera! Beast has fallen off! But you throw down the Teddy just for some support, and I don't know where my boar went. It might have died, but... Woo! We got it! We got it! I am so glad I got an improved weapon. It's not gonna be perfect. I think this is the one with reload. Okay, got hit by the tree. Gotta just dodge the enemies while I do this. Okay. Okay, that's the bouncy husks modifier. Okay, can I tame the wolf? Because the wolf does actually scale to your zone, by the way. If you guys are, you know, ever finding yourself in a lobby with people that are a higher level than you, you can tame an animal, and animals are never super strong, but they will do the job. So if you want to tame a boar, it will not only fight for you and do okay damage. I mean, it's not going to carry the mission or anything, but it might keep you alive, and boars will also farm for you. So look at all that. You don't need to use a pistol, by the way. You don't need to flex for the camera. You can just use a minigun or a shotgun or a fast-firing SMG or AR, and look at that. Now I've got a nailer, which is, okay, all right. Nobody needs me to tell them that the nailer is, you know, but if you've got nothing and you're starting with a nailer, that's good too. And of course, recycling traps is super useful. Batteries, stringy, nuts and bolts. Oh man, you might think like a gray low power level trap is garbage, but it is not. And yeah, that is it's honestly so worth it. Like, I'm doing those forever, by the way. I say those tactics I mentioned earlier, but like that's true. Like, I am doing target practice partially because I like to practice my aim, but also just because it's so strong. You do just 20 shots or shotgun shots, whatever you want to use, and a minigun, whatever you're doing, and then you get really good resources for it, and it's just a solid deal. And yeah, little tip, everybody. I learned this in Frostland one season. Build yourself a little thing there, and then if I phase shift, that's only 15 energy. I believe there's no cooldown for me to just punch for free. 8 rough ore? 8 rough ore for 1 shot, man. It's so satisfying. And we gotta search these containers, because they'll give you everything. Ammo, powder, potentially coconuts, nuts and bolts from this one, guaranteed. And then you're always topping up on coconuts. I've seen a lot of negative energy from people talking about how coconuts is completely ruined and it's terrible now. And nobody likes the fact that coconuts are only 8 now. Nobody is happy about that, including myself, believe it or not. But it's whatever, honestly. It's whatever. It works. You can use 8 perfectly fine. I've been in 164 player missions several times now where I'm using Paleoluna. I need my health to stay up. I'm taking damage from lots of enemies, and so long as you play carefully, maybe mix in a healing trap here and there, you can get through the whole mission with 8 coconuts. That's perfectly fine. It's gonna get the job done. And the team perk, like I said, I don't know about bouncy husks. Maybe sending them flying is bad. But it's also been really good in past seasons, so it's not a completely ruined perk like people say. So yeah, this is not the best farming I could ever do, by the way. Like I said, past seasons are so much better for this. Oh my god, having Fossil Southie functioning is ideal for this. Fallen Love Ranger needs enemies to kill, and I know I'm not taking advantage of that right now, but I'm also not burning that much energy. Like, I'm kind of going slow, just talking with you guys, trying to share all my knowledge, because I feel like I've been sitting on a lot of this, you know? I have been taking breaks from YouTube. I've been posting a little less, and that's not necessarily done with this video. I just know that a lot of people really like it when I make these first videos, and I wanted to share that with you guys today. It's easy enough for me. I don't edit these, if you couldn't tell. But I also like to just spread all my knowledge, because I know about the game. I get regular updates from people who keep up with it more than I do. I play the game myself. I stream this game. Twitch link down below. In fact, they're in chat right now. I'm going to catch up with everybody at the end, by the way. Wood, also really good. That was 120 wood, 8 stringy twine, and some planks, just for throwing down my Teddy. Are you kidding? Oh, right. Yeah, this season gives you super treasure. Oh my god. I was told this was super strong. It is. Holy moly. Okay, I don't need the pistol anymore because I'm not doing any target practice. I think crit rating would not be very useful because I'm not critting that hard. Reload is probably best. Yeah, hi, YouTube. Welcome, everybody. Killing enemies is also very good. You probably don't need me to remind you to kill enemies, but they drop stuff sometimes, and that is good for you. I ignored that anomaly over there. That's just ammo. Ammo's good. You know what? I'm going to unignore the anomaly. I don't need to explain that. I made a mistake. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I adrenaline rush because I panicked, but I do have coconuts. Let's eat that real quick. So, anomalies are one of the main things that's also very good. If you see the crafting icon, it can give you almost any resource in the game. If you see the metal, brick, or wood, it's everything I've been showing already. Anomalies aren't super quick. Sometimes it can take a little bit just to go from one shard to the next, but it's next to no effort. All I'm doing is dashing around. Okay, I do have to build up here, so I can just do that, build a little bit right there, and there you go. That's all I did for how much? So we got light ammo and 144 medium, which is great because as you guys saw earlier, I think I ran out of light ammo. I think you start with nothing in Ventures, but I think they give you a little bit of ammo, but it runs out quick. And a quick anomaly like that is a great way to just get some easy resources. So yeah, just farm everything. Farm everything. I don't know how many people needed a farming tutorial, but that's just really big. Like, don't ignore anything. I think a lot of people put on an anti-material charge build like this one, and then what they do is they run around and they punch trees and rocks and metal and all that. But there's more to it than that. You kill the glowing animals, target practice, storm chest, which we didn't see any that I could do. It adds up over time, and it's definitely worth it. Recycle the spare weapons and traps that you get. You can get so many resources. You can get every single item in the game from recycling, except for 2. You do not get power cells or resin, and then you don't get the wood, brick, or metal. So there are only 5 things you do not get from recycling. Everything else you get from recycling weapons and traps, but then glowing animals can drop resin and power cells anyway. So you literally get everything from glowing animals. Okay, except for builds. Everything but builds. But as I showed, you can get builds super easy, barely an inconvenience. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Nice little first game adventures. I'm gonna go off and play the game now, get to a semi-decent power level, and then maybe, just maybe, finally make a proper loadout on that Cloak Shadow build, because I ran it almost every game last season, and I don't know why I didn't make a video. I don't know why, but maybe I'll fix that. Comment down below if you guys want to see it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one.